Okay, good, thank you. Okay, guys, while we're waiting for the vice chair to come back down from the Finance Committee on the 3 Kagan bills, why don't we just move forward and discuss the other 2 bills here, the non-Senator Kagan bills. Why don't we start, well, actually, there's one bill that's Senator Kagan that's, I think, pretty non-controversial, and it's Devin's bill, and it passed 11-0 last session. So let's start with that bill, Senate Bill 93.
Senate Bill 93.
Remind everybody what it does.
Senate Bill 93. Senate Bill 93, annotated code terminology, clergy in churches, faith institutions, and places of worship. Senate Bill 93 alters terminology throughout the Maryland Annotated Code so that references to clergymen are replaced with terms that are religiously and gender neutral, and references to churches are replaced with terms that are religiously neutral, including faith institutions and places of worship. A faith institution is any Christian, Jewish, Islamic, Buddhist, or Hindu congregation, or any other religious society, congregation, or denomination. The bill also makes conforming changes. This bill is identical to Senate Bill 24 of 2025 as amended by this committee that passed this committee 11-0.
What's the question?
Floor vote.
Oh, floor vote. Senate Bill 24?
Senate Bill 24.
Senate Bill 24.
I'll find it.
Or something on the floor. It was about some kind of
Satan.
yeah.
The floor votes. 45-1.
See, the one was.
Yeah, all I want to know, did Gallion vote yes? On the floor?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm getting another bite of the apple now.
Gallion voted yes.
Okay, so it was 11-0 in this committee, 45-1 in the full Senate, that for background. Any additional questions for our committee analyst?
Let's see here.
Senator Gallion, you get your light on. You want to ask another question?
Oh, I was just still, I was looking up the history, still on
Okay.
it. That's all. No, I didn't have a question.
Okay. Is there a motion?
Favorable.
Okay, Senator Brooks moves favorable. Senator Washington seconds that. Okay, I'll just put it out there. All in favor, raise your hand. All opposed? Okay. Okay, fair enough. The bill carries on a 9-1 strong vote. Let's move now to Stacy. We're going to go to Senator Sidnor's bill, Senate Bill 255, the Voting Rights Act of 2026. This is an emergency bill.
Senate Bill 255, Voting Rights Act of 2026, Counties and Municipal Corporations. This emergency bill establishes a specified prohibition against the impairment of the ability of members of a protected class, members of a race, color, or language minority group, or a class of 2 or more of those groups, to elect candidates of their choice in elections in a county or municipality, or to influence the outcome of such elections. It also authorizes the Office of the Attorney General or any other person to bring an action to enforce the prohibition in the county or municipality where the alleged violation occurred. It gives the court specified authority to order remedies and grant preliminary relief, and includes factors and considerations and criteria related to the establishment of a violation of the prohibition and determination of an appropriate remedy. The bill does not apply to statewide elections. This committee passed this bill last year on a vote of 8-2-1, and the Senate, it was a vote of 32-13. The only amendment here is from Senator Harris, who wishes to be added as a co-sponsor.
Would Senator Harris want to move that amendment, that sponsor amendment?
Move the amendment.
Okay, is there a second on the sponsor amendment? Second from Senator Brooks. Okay, all in favor of putting Senator Harris on this bill, raise your hand. All opposed, that amendment carries. We now have the bill in front of us. Yeah. Okay, Senator Brooks moves favorable. Senator Harris is second on this one. We are going to take a roll call vote. And so, Lamoria, and we're going to leave it open if, for example, the vice chair or Senator Simon Ayer wanted to take a vote when they come back. Okay, so We're going to take a vote and call the roll.
Senator Hester? Aye. Senator Hester, yes. Senator Gallion? No. Senator Gallion, no. Senator Watson? Aye. Senator Watson, yes. Senator Attar? Yes. Senator Attar, yes. Senator Harris? Vote aye. Senator Harris, yes. Senator Brooks? Aye. Senator Brooks, yes. Senator Carosa? No. Senator Carosa, no. Senator Washington? Yes. Senator Washington, yes. And Senator Feldman?
Okay, I vote yes. That bill carries. What's the vote, 7-2? We've got 9 votes because Simon Ayers is not here. Okay, that bill carries. Senate Bill 255 carries. Let's next go to Senator Hester's bill, Senate Bill 141. Stacy?
Okay. Senate Bill 141, election law, election misinformation, election disinformation, and deep fakes. This bill prohibits a person from knowingly or with reckless disregard using or disseminating a specified deepfake to produce material false information relating to elections, with violations subject to criminal penalties of a fine of up to $5,000 or imprisonment for up to 5 years. The bill also requires the state administrator of elections to take certain actions to correct or remove from any online platform election misinformation or election disinformation, and 2, authorizes the State Board of Elections, in consultation with the state administrator, to file a civil action to recover any costs of correction of election misinformation or election disinformation. There are amendments, and you will find them in your packet, beginning on page 2. And then there's a reprint also in there incorporating the amendments. Let's see here. So the First Amendment on page 2 in line 31. So this amendment makes changes to the injunctive provisions of the bill by clarifying that enforcement by the State Board may be taken against individuals or entities, meaning persons, that create, use, or disseminate election misinformation or disinformation, showing an emphasis on the bad actors here and not on the platforms that carry this. The Second Amendment you'll find in there is on page 4 and 13, and this amendment clarifies that the applicability provision, providing that a broadcaster is not subject to a certain prohibition regarding the creation, use, or dissemination of certain deepfakes, if the broadcaster is paid to broadcast the deepfake and makes a good faith effort to establish the deepfake is not deceptive and fraudulent. The amendment would create a presumption that the broadcaster has acted in good faith by receiving a representation from the payer that the payer has not provided a deceptive and fraudulent deepfake. We'll come back to that in a minute because there's a change to that provision. And third, Senator Kagan has requested to be added as a co-sponsor. You want me to talk about that amendment? Sure. So there was testimony in the bill file from various broadcasting and other print media that had a concern about the provision in the bill on page 4. What page are we on here? Oh, here we go. On page, that's the wrong bill. That's why. Sorry. It's the Voting Rights Act. It's on page 4 with regard to the provision about a good faith requirement that there you go, that a paid broadcaster make a good faith effort to establish that deepfakes is not a deceptive and fraudulent deepfake. There's concerns about putting the onus on a broadcaster where federal law says that they can't make changes to certain types of political or candidate advertising that's been provided to them. There's been concern that they don't have the capacity to do that. The amendment that's originally in your packet was based on a Delaware law, but we learned subsequently that has been repealed based on those provisions. And I think the sponsor has determined that it's best to actually just remove the good faith requirement overall and just say the exemption would apply to a broadcaster that has been paid to broadcast the deepfake. So that would require a change in the amendments that have been offered.
Does everybody get that they were making a sort of a verbal modification to what's here? And yeah, just on this issue, Senator Gallion, just questions just on this
Sure. So
tweak of sorts.
with the amendments, is it it still doesn't affect the, like the deep, like the satire or parody. So it's still the way it was in the original bill.
Correct. They are still exempt. If it's satire or parody,
Okay,
they don't
that's-
fall under the provisions of the bill.
Okay, thank you.
No questions? It's kind of a, okay, before we take the Hester amendments, let's, Sarah Kagan there's a sponsor amendment. Anybody else want to be on the bill as a co-sponsor? Okay, raise your hand if you want to be on the bill. Stacy? Okay, we're going to add to the Kagan sponsor amendment. We've got Harris, Brooks, Washington, Feldman. Anybody else? And Kagan is already on this amendment, so let's add those to, okay, want to move the Kagan et al. Amendment, sponsor amendment?
Sponsor amendment.
Okay, second from Senator Brooks. Okay, all in favor of just adding these names to the bill as co-sponsors? All opposed? That amendment carries. Now to the Hester amendment, the bulk, if you want to add some meat to the bone here, or.
So I have a question on the amendment. Things have
Yeah.
been changing rapidly in the past hour. So the amended amendment on page 4 now would strike lines 5 and 6. So we're no longer requiring them to make a good faith effort. And does that also then strike line 13? So it's presumed that a broadcaster's made a good faith effort?
Are you on, where are you now?
I'm in the reprint page. So it's page 6 of the reprint, page 4 of the bill. I just want to clarify our conceptual amendment. And then
So the way that this amendment was drafted, essentially what is now going to be struck is that whole new 2 that you see after line 13 would be gone. There'd be no presumption anymore because there's no requirement. So that would be gone. And then what you would see on page 4 in lines 5 and 6 would be struck. Yes. So the old-
and the whole new, the underline 13, that whole new.
that would all be
Okay.
gone, yes.
So let me just, I just want to make sure that I net, with all that struck, I want to make sure that I know. So am I then allowed to do a deep fake of another candidate? No, wait, sorry, different bill. So if somebody knowingly does, something that is misinformation about voting information, and then they pay somebody to broadcast it, then what happens?
So this is the exemption for the broadcaster. So for the bad actor that created the deepfake paid, I'm just using this as an example, ABC News to run their advertisement. Basically what we're saying is ABC News is not on the hook because they just received a paid advertisement. That the bad actor that created the deepfake still is subject to the requirements of the.
Okay, so does our State Board of Elections, though, have injunctive relief to get ABC News to stop broadcasting it once we realize it's fake?
Right, so they could go, that's the beginning provision of the bill on page 2. So remember, the bill is the 2 parts.
Right.
The enforcement and the injunctive part. So on the injunctive part, the state administrator on the credible report, they can go to the court and they can seek the injunction and then ask, the injunction would say, here, platform, we want you to take this down. But they'd have to go through the legal process to do that, yes.
Okay. I still think it would be in the best interest of democracy if ABC would not air a fraudulent piece of misinformation. But this seems to be where the broadcasters are hung up.
Yeah, well, I think they've weighed in. This is kind of a reflection of the concerns of broadcasters, kind of articulated in some written testimony. So this is an important bill. I think it's a good piece of important piece of legislation. It's timely. But I want to make sure everybody understands exactly. If you remember the testimony, it was like 2 prongs. We had Jared Marinus, and then we had our state prosecutor. These 2 parts to this whole kind of thing. But I want to make sure everybody understands this modification we're making kind of on the fly here. To be honest with you, a little bit, wordsmithing it. Any questions before we take any kind of vote? Yes, Senator Carrozza.
This whole discussion we've had about the amending the amendment, goes back to taking the broadcaster responsibility and removing that from the bill. Is that, do all these, the amendment and the amended amendment, is that what is this is trying to accomplish?
We'll yield to Stacy. Yeah.
Right, so when you
Oh,
look
and
at the.
actually, can I just add, Jared Damaris is here. He's popped in here, so if there are questions for the administrator too. But anyway, Stacy?
So on this part of the bill where the prohibition is that a person may not knowingly or with reckless disregard create, use, or disseminate a deep fake, there's already exemptions baked in there for broadcasters and print media and those types of things. So we are amending or altering one of those exemptions. Previously, the exemption was that if they were paid and they had made this good faith effort to make sure these ads didn't include them, they were exempt. If they didn't comply with the good faith, then the exemption wouldn't apply to them. They brought forth various arguments about why that wasn't feasible or permissible under federal law. There are various arguments. And they're persuasive enough that if the bill wants to go forward, that taking out the requirement they make this good faith effort, they would still, the bill would still have some teeth to it and accomplish its purposes.
So it removes the good faith effort
Right.
on behalf of the and that it
broadcaster.
removes it from the bill.
Right.
All references to good faith efforts with broadcasters, so that the intention of the bill is just for those who initiate or create the deep fake. I mean, that's who this is now impacting.
That is my understanding. That is the goal of the bill, is to get at the bad actors and not the people who publish it.
Jared, is there anything you want to add on this before we take this up for a vote?
No, I think Stacy summed it up correctly for that one there. It's to go after the bad actors and to make sure that, not necessarily a legitimate news broadcaster.
Okay, with that said, Senator Hester, would you want to move your amendments,
I would like to move, the amendments.
the Hester amendments?
And thank Stacy for her work in getting them all together.
Okay, and we have a second from the Vice Chair Kagan. Okay, we'll take a roll call. And this is again on the bill as amended. We're looking at Senate Bill 141 as amended. Lemuria, let's take a roll call.
Okay, Senator Kagan?
Aye.
Senator Kagan, yes. Senator Hester?
Aye.
Senator Hester, yes. Senator Gallion?
Yes.
Senator Gallion, yes. Senator Watson? Yes. Senator Watson, yes. Senator Tarr? Senator Tarr, yes. Senator Harris? Senator Harris, yes. Senator Brooks?
Yes.
Senator Brooks, yes. Senator Carozza?
Yes.
Senator Carozza, yes. Senator Washington? Yes. Senator Washington, yes. Senator Feldman?
Yes, that bill passes unanimously, 10-0. Okay, we've got two bills left, two Senator Kagan bills. Why don't we go with Senate Bill 5, the special election to fill vacancies in office bill that has passed this committee 2 times in 2 years and is back before us. And Stacy, why don't you, again, summarize Senate Bill 5?
Senate Bill 5, General Assembly, special election to fill a vacancy in office. This proposed constitutional amendment, if approved by the voters at the next general election, alters the procedure for filling a vacancy in the office of state senator or delegate. It requires the governor to, immediately upon a vacancy in the office of state senator or delegate, if the vacancy occurs on or before a specified date, declare special primary and general elections to fill the vacancy. The special primary and general elections must take place during the regular statewide primary and general elections that occur in the second year of a term, and the governor must appoint an eligible individual to fill the vacancy until a successor is elected. The proposed constitutional amendment exempts a special election to fill a vacancy in a specified office from the quadrennial schedule for the election of state and county officers. The bill also makes stylistic changes to replace gendered language with non-gendered language. As noted, there are no amendments. There was no opposition, and the bill passed last year as Senate Bill 244-2 in the Senate.
What was that number, the 42-2?
Yes.
44-2. Okay, so there are no amendments. The bill is clean. Is there a motion? Okay, sponsor moves favorable. Is there a second? Second from Senator Harris. We'll, okay, do a roll call.
All
It's a constitutional amendment.
Okay, Senator Kagan? Aye. Senator Kagan, yes. Senator Hester? Yes. Senator Hester, yes. Senator Gallion? Yes. Senator Gallion, yes. Senator Watson? Senator Watson, yes. Senator Attar? Senator Attar, yes. Senator Harris? Senator Harris, yes. Senator Brooks?
Yes.
Senator Brooks, yes. Senator Carozza?
Yes.
Senator Carozza, yes. Senator Washington? Yes. Senator Washington, yes. And Senator Feldman?
Yes, that bill passes unanimously, 10-0, which brings us to our final bill of the day, Senate Bill 29. Stacy.
Okay, Senate Bill 29, Election Law, Petitions and Ballot Questions, Contents, Plain Language Requirement, and Procedures. This bill makes changes to the state election law relating to information included on each petition signature page for a petition to place a question on the ballot, and on the ballot for each ballot question, for the deadlines and requirements for the preparation and certification of ballot questions, and publication of ballot questions. There are no amendments, and there was no opposition. This also passed the committee and the Senate unanimously as Senate Bill 615 last year.
Okay, Senator Kagan, anything you want to add on this piece of legislation?
I think people ought to know what they're going to vote on before they vote.
No, we're good. That's all right. Had a little coffee spill here. Okay, okay, I'm sorry, no amendments? There were no amendments. Okay, the bill is clean, Senate Bill 29. Any questions? Okay, seeing none, you have a motion?
Move favorable.
Okay, we have a motion on Senate Bill 29, a second from Senator Harris. We will take a final roll call for today. And Amoria?
All right. Senator Kagan?
Aye.
Senator Kagan, yes. Senator Hester? Yes. Senator Hester, yes. Senator Gallion? Yes. Senator Gallion, yes. Senator Watson? Yes. Senator Watson, yes. Senator Attar? Yes. Senator Attar, yes. Senator Harris? Senator Harris, yes. Senator Brooks?
Yes.
Senator Brooks, yes. Senator Carozza?
Yes.
Senator Carozza, yes. Senator Washington? Yes. Senator Washington, yes. And Senator Feldman?
Okay, I vote aye, and that passes unanimously, Senate Bill 29, and that completes our work for today. And this meeting is hereby adjourned, and have a great weekend. Ugh.